Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat. This is a solo round today. After being encouraged by Tim's story to start speaking to the people that are in front of me, I decided to take the leap, guys. So this episode is entitled Permission Slips Not Needed. And I just want to kind of dive into my experience recently. I went to the Summit of Greatness by Lewis Howes in Columbus, Ohio, which is where I'm from. I'm an Ohio girl, a Buckeye. And generally, I like to be, I love being home. So I'm somewhat of a homebody. So I decided I was going to go to the summit. Actually, let's back up a little. I was not going to go to the summit because I was having surgery on my hamstring, which was reattached, and I was going to give my ticket to my friend. And Lewis House, his mother, contacted me one evening, and she's amazing. She worked it out that I wasn't going to miss this event that inspires me to no end every year. And I've made so many amazing life changes just from going to the event and getting my cup filled by all the motivational speakers that come. And I really didn't want to miss this event because it's one of the main reasons behind why I ever started podcasting in the first place. That's what a catalyst, being around world shakers and fire-breathing dragons and people that just fire you up inside. And, the people that fire you up might not be the same people that fire me up. You have to find that thing that really lights you up inside. That's what gets you inspired, and then you have all these big ideas that start brewing within that you really don't need a permission slip for. So I went to the summit. My friend drove me. I had my surgery early, and I was able to sit up. I went on crutches, and I went with my hot pink scooter, and it was quite a sight. So I made it around. They made sure I could get in the front of the line at every event, and except for, of course, at the book signing, I would be on my scooter, and that was nice. I could rest my leg on that. Well, here we are. I'm going to jump into the topic. I was really low-key at this event because I was just trying to make it, guys. I had been on all this pain medicine. I went from running at 1,000,000 miles an hour. If anybody knows me that's listening, you know that I have just been jumping from one event to the next. I've been running, I've been doing competitions, running a gym, just basically going full steam ahead until everything came to a screeching halt. So I just wasn't really wanting to make a lot of noise at this event because I was just like, when I'm hurt, I like to go inward. In fact, I probably would have loved to just hibernate because I don't like people seeing me when I'm not strong and when I'm not like on top of the world and invincible and just, I'm used to helping others. I'm not used to receiving. That probably could be a whole nother podcast. So I was receiving help from my friend to go. And I was receiving help from all of the girls that helped me run my boot camp, which I am so grateful for while I was gone. And I was receiving help of a ticket from the house, from Diana House. So I was receiving. So I don't know. I normally am a person, I'm kind of, I speak up and I get fired up and I get excited. I was just taking everything all in, and I kind of wanted to be incognito because truthfully, I would have rather, I wanted to be at the event, yes, but I would have rather have been away from people until I'm better, hibernating, going into my, little cocoon, my little shell. And I'm so glad I did not do that. So I'm at the event. I'm already feeling better because what? I'm acting like I'm just going about my normal business. I'm just lugging this leg that feels like a lead bomb around, but I am still me. I'm not just my body. I am more than my body. This is going to be another topic down the road, guys. I don't know why I thought that I couldn't go a solo round. I feel like I could probably go. Yeah, there you go. So back to my topic. Don't want to get off track here. Um, so anyway, I didn't ask a question. I didn't even have any questions after each motivational speaker went, which is weird because I always have a million questions that I want to ask. That's why I have a podcast. I love asking people like their opinions. I love learning from them. I love having, all these great speakers on that I can learn, something new from them and something empowering and share something motivating with all of you and get you guys all pumped up and see your lives change. So here I am, I'm thinking I'm in line for somebody I didn't even know was like the bomb.com, Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. Oh my gosh, he took us straight out of our seats. And one of the biggest things I remember him saying that really stuck with me was, you don't need anyone's permission to live in your greatness. I have said that so many times, but you need yours. You need yours. Wow, right? Wow. Like this is just something you could ponder on and really, that right there to me made the whole speech. How many times are we waiting on permission to be great, waiting on permission to do that thing, waiting on permission to be our authentic selves, asking our significant other, can I do this? Asking your boss, is it okay to do this? Worrying about people's voices in your head and their judgment, right? So this really was starting kind of I didn't realize I really loved that statement. I wrote it down, but it didn't really brew until I was in line. And as I was standing there, I was thinking, well, if I was to ask Eric Thomas, the #1 motivational speaker in the world, a question, what would my question be? And I was thinking, well, I would like to ask him because I think I hear this a lot from women in my studio. And I also have to admit, I have felt this myself. I would ask him, you know, what do you do when you feel like someone is holding you back in your life? And I know a lot of times people feel that way, like about their significant other, their friends, uh, their parents. Maybe they feel held back on the job. They didn't get the promotion that they feel they're capable of. It could be all sorts of reasons why you're feeling that way. You could be held back because of fear. The answer came to me, you guys. I didn't have to ask him the question. It was like this self-reflection thing. The answer came. The answer was, nobody holds you back but you. There it is. No one holds you back but you. Because why? Well, if they are holding you back, you gave them permission to do that. You got to take responsibility, right, for your own life and realize that if you have a purpose and a dream within, this is your dream. This is your life. You don't need someone else's permission. God already gave it to you when He put that in your heart, when He put that dream inside of you. It is yours, guys. It is yours to live. It is yours to live out. And nobody understands that dream the way you do. He placed it in your heart for you to live out. And there are people waiting on you to live out these dreams. And if you don't believe me, my example would be, I was thinking this when I was in this amazing atmosphere of people that were just so electrically charged. I mean, even the guests like that have been speaking in crowds of 50,000 were nervous to come speak because they knew the power of the crowd at this event, and the people are very like-minded, seeking motivation and just self-confidence, and just this amazing atmosphere of people that come together. It creates a powerful environment for change. So I was thinking about, wow, what if Lewis Howes, who's the creator of the event, you got to check out his podcast, The School of Greatness, my favorite all-time podcast. What if when he was broke on his sister's couch and he had suffered this career-ending injury from, he was going to play hopefully in the NFL, and he was playing arena football. What if he would have just stayed broke on his sister's couch? What if he never gave himself permission to be something else other than an athlete? What if he never followed these dreams because he said to himself, well, I was a slow learner in school, or I don't have the tools, or who am I to do this, or what, who's going to come? I'm sure some of these doubts were there. But the thing is he was afraid, but he did it anyway, right? You could feel the fear, but do it anyway. So basically, I was just thinking, like, at this event, how much we all got out of it. Oh my gosh, guys. And what if he didn't believe in his dreams? I don't think he'd have over 60 million downloads a week, or what. I don't know how much it is. I may be misquoting, so don't take me on that. But it's a crazy, enormous amount. Let's just say that. I don't think he'd have all these rock stars coming on his podcast. I don't think he would have sold out to, thousands of people at this summit if he would have stayed broke on his sister's couch. So somewhere along the line, he had to give himself permission to live his dreams. And he talks a lot about surrounding yourself with people that believe in the beauty of your dreams. So I just really think that this conversation is a powerful conversation to have surrounding the ideas, the thoughts, the dreams that all of you have. How many things do you feel held back from in your life because you're telling yourself stories of why you can't do it, why you can't have it, why no one would come, or why it won't work? Tell yourself a new story, why you can do this, how you've succeeded before, and why this is so important. I'm telling you guys, just watching in my studio women that are coming into their own, where one woman began, I believed in her when she first started, and which is a lot of my job, is just to believe in someone until they can believe in themselves. And now she's believing in herself, and she's making powerful moves and living in her truth. And now her friend is following suit, living in her truth. You give people confidence when you follow your dreams and you are your authentic self, and you go for those things, and you give yourself permission. You give permission to other people to do the same. When you shine your light, other people are going to bask in that light, and then they're going to be able to shine their light too. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this talk, and I want to leave you with a quote that I really, really love from Brené Brown from Daring Greatly. Nothing has transformed my life more than realizing that it's a waste of time to evaluate my worthiness by weighing the reaction of the people in the stands. Brené Brown. She talks a lot about disconnecting from the critics that are in the cheap seats. Basically, they're not living in the trenches, they're not doing the work, but you are. Those aren't the people you need to be listening to. Listen to the people you would trade places with. I bet those people gave themselves permission to live in their own greatness. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. Love you all. Let me know if you got any takeaways from this solo round. And thank you guys, as always, for being a part of the Sisterhood of Sweat and listening and sharing. I appreciate you guys so, so much. Love you all. Thanks, everybody.